Hello, Algebra 2 students. We're back in Absolute Value Function Syllabus, Unit 3. We're going to do Lesson 1b, solving two steps absolute values. We're going to check off our booklet here. Here we are at 1b. One thing that I want to mention in this is that anytime that you have things outside of the absolute value expression, so like this -2, you got to move that to the other side of the equation before you can solve the absolute value function. And what I mean by that is, like on this one, we'd want to add 2 to both sides to give us the absolute value of x is equal to 6. So now we can use the rule that we recalled from lesson 1a. We do two cases now. We set x equal to 6 and x equal to -6. So that is our two solutions for this absolute value function. And a little more complexity over here. We have a little bit more going on. We treat the entire expression within the function kind of like a variable. That's its own thing, and we want to isolate it. And then once we isolate it, two things we have to do. It's got to be by itself completely on one side, and also it cannot be equal to a negative number. If you can recall that from lesson 1a. Going to a more complex version, we see that we have the expression of absolute value of x here in this absolute value function. We want to isolate that. Let's add 2 to both sides. And we get 2 absolute value of x equals 6. Still got to isolate it, so now we got to divide by 2 on both sides. So we get the absolute value of x is equal to 3. And now we got to do our two cases. Case 1 is x equals the positive number, which is 3. And case 2 is x, or what's inside of the absolute value expression, equals the negative number, which is -3. So that is our two solutions for that absolute value function.